Hello, I'm really glad you joined me today for the Wednesday core session. What I'll be using today is I'll be using two different sets of weights. I'm going to go 5 kilograms and I'm halving it down to 2.5 kilograms. So if you've got that sort of ratio there where you are, that's what we're sort of going for. The longer ones on is the lighter weight, and the shorter ones is of course the heavier weight as usual. Always with our core working for us. I will keep on saying the zip and the hollow, the belly button pulled in, the rib cage down and in, you know it all. And if you don't, or if you need reminding, I will let you know through the session. Okay, you also need a mat, enough room to move about in, a bottle of water, and we will get going with that warm-up. Okay, if you're ready, just bring those legs out, and we're just going to do a roll. Core pulled in already, zip and hollow on, legs are straight. I'm just getting that roll round, then I'm going to go round the other way. Lovely, good. Then I'm going to come down on one side, and back up, and then down on the other side. Lovely, good. So, lots of arms to be done today as well. We're doing 1 minute circuits, 2 exercises to each circuit, and then the whole lot will be done twice through. So lots of work to do. Lovely, good. So coming in, I'm just going to get a squat here, a little raise to the side. Just want that sumo style squat, down and up. As soon as I'm coming up, I'm thinking about lifting that leg, pushing through the other leg. Lovely, good. I'm going to come onto one side. I'm going to squeeze the two things together. Stay low on that leg. Squeeze down. So again, I'm trying to keep the shoulder in place. Just squeezing that arm down, using my obliques. Core pulled in at the front. Other side. Goes out straight, and then squeeze them together. Lovely, good. Low on that other leg. Try not to step back onto that leg. Keep on one side. Good. Lovely, good. I'm going to roll the top half, just lifting it up. Then around the other way. So I feel my rib cage coming away from my hips. My hips stay nice and steady, that zip and hollow on. Lovely, going to lean forward, just pushing the bottom back. Down, then coming back up. A very slight lean back at the top. Lovely, good. One leg in front of the other, and just rolling those arms round. Nice and loose on the shoulder. Lovely, coming up on that leg. Little runner. Elbow goes back, knee goes forward. Go do that on the other side. Just give me that roll. Feel soften the front leg, straighten off the back leg, then coming up on that front leg, getting that low centre of gravity, squeezing that elbow. Lovely, good. Out and back, just giving that pull. Feel that those shoulder blades are come together, those elbows are disappearing behind the waist. That core keeps you to the front. Let those elbows do what they're meant to be doing, squeezing back. Then coming up on your toes, opening out the ankles, giving that lift. Lovely, good. Then in. Out. Up on your toes. And in. And good work. Just shake it off. Okay, our first one is going to be a wood chop. A wood chop, I'm using my 5, holding on each end, wood chop down, up, and then I'm going to get a tricep dip at the top. And then I'm going to keep that weight for my next one, which is going to be a travelling lunge. So, grab up your heavier weight. I'm going to go with a 5. I'm going to put that timer on. It's 1 minute of work. 5. Lovely, good. So feet are out wide. When you get that squat, when you come up, drop, tricep, and then go back down again. Coming up. Remember, it's not too fast. I don't want to use momentum. I want to use my core at the top here to keep you up nice and straight. Then get that tricep drop each time. Then back down. As you come back down, do come back down into an even squat there. Lovely, good. Core pulled in the whole time. Coming up and across, so I'm using those diagonals. Lovely, zip and hollow on. Belly button pulled in. Lovely, good. Up, drop, feel that tricep work for you as well. You have got 15 seconds left out of that minute. Coming up. I am getting that little glute squeeze as I turn my foot around. Lovely, good. Remember which side you did. Next time round it's going to be the other side. Lovely, good. I'm going to go with my right hand here. I'm in a low position. I walk that knee in, I walk it out into a lunge, and then I get the lift. It comes in, it goes out, so my core really helping me here. Lovely, good. Walks it in, walk it out, then get me that lift. Lovely, good. Up. 25 seconds left. Remember with that lunge that your back leg is parallel to the floor before you get that lift. I just move my whole body in over that front leg, so the front leg does have work to do here. Then I come back, the back leg has the work, and I get that lift. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Ready for that one on the other side, the wood chop here, coming up. I've turned on my hip here, that strong stance, so I can get that drop over my head, lift up through my triceps, and I get ready to go again. So even though my top half is going back over this leg, my squat stays even. Lovely, good. And lovely, good. Coming down to your 20-second marker now. Feel that core, zip and hollow, hip to hip, belly button pulled into spine. As my arms come up, my rib cage stays down, being pulled in by my abs. Lovely, good. So working all of that core, pushing up. Remember, core is not just about the abs, it's about being able to keep the shoulder blades down and in as well. Lovely, good. Okay, well done. I'm going to come back on the other one, so I'm here, I come into that squash, to like a squash ball with my bottom in though, out, and then I get that lift. Come in, go back out, then you get the lift. Lovely, good. I'm waiting each time till I get back into that good, strong lunge position before I get that lift. Try not to rush it, try not to throw it. Really get it to work for you. One side, then the other. Lovely, good. Drop and lift. Give me that lift. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. We are moving on into our next circuit. I'm going to take this 5 and I'm going to get in on the floor. Put a little pause on that. Okay, good work. I'm going to need both of us for this because on my next one, my box, I'm going to use the 2.5 on my arm and the 5 on my leg. But for the moment, I've got my knees out wide, I've got my feet together at the back. I'm going to do a drop and a lift. Then that comes down, squeeze back over. Then you do the drop, the lift, the squeeze, and always about your rib cage being back down and in. Are we ready? So it's on my chest first of all. Get that lift. Scoots over the head. Back down. Drop. Push up through the glutes. Keep that core really nice and steady. To get that lift. Up. Push. My knees are wider than my hips. My core is keeping me in control, hip to hip there. With my rib cage down and in. So those arms can do that work. Lovely, good. Up, over your head, squeeze it back down. Push up, hold that, over the head, and back down. Up. Lovely, good. Now that 5 weight goes behind my knee. Choosing my opposite hand in my box. Here we go. We do the lift and the back down. Stay in your box with both hip bones facing down into the floor. Lovely, good. So remember, use that core. Back of the shoulders, get that lift on that 2.5. And then the glute, get the lift on my 5. Lovely, good. So you can work on that principle no matter what weights you have there. Double it up for the leg. Good, using much bigger muscles there. Give me that lift. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. On this one, I'm going to just change over my legs because I'm in that box position already. And my arm is out at the other side. I'm in my box position, I get that lift and I get the arm. Lovely, good. First few might feel a little bit wobbly until your brain realises what's going on. Keep that core pulled in. Do not drop your lower back to get that leg lift. It has to be through your glutes. And then we use the glutes again on the next one to let myself get that lift before I get that scoop. Lovely, good. So it wings out to the side, and remember, I don't throw it out to the side. I use the back of my shoulder to get that lift. Lovely, good. You'll feel it through the glute, through the lower back. Getting that lift. 3, 2, 1. Well done. So I'm back at the top of this circuit. Knees are out wide, feet are together. I drop down into that position, come up, scoot it over my head. Now if you did want it to be a little bit stronger, what you can do is when you drop down, have a whole arm lift and then scoot it over and then up to do your drop. Lovely, good. Scoot it over. Lovely, good. So this is just a little bit stronger in that I've got that long lever. Remember what I always say about longer levers? Harder work. So my back has to work hard for me on here. If you feel that you want to go off your chest, you get that drop over and back down, the one we did before. Lovely, good. So again, it's up to you which one you do. Up, long lever, and back down. Good work, well done. We are on to our next circuit. I'm staying on the floor for that. I'm taking the set of 5s with me. Tricep drop, leg kick out. Dropping down to a 2.5 for my other lever. Okay, so I have the 2.5 within grabbing distance. I have the 5s. I'm lying on my back. I'm going to do the tricep drop, and at the same time, the core is going to help me get my leg out. Okay, are we ready to go? Lying on your back, tabletop with your knees. I'm here. When I drop it down, I keep my shoulder blades on the floor. So just practice for the first bit, just the arms. When you feel you've got everything under control there, what you can do is when you drop it, you can put one leg out. Up to you. And again, it's up to you about how low you can go with that work. Good, get me that drop. Definitely pulled in. Lovely, good. This is where I swap it for a lighter weight, longer lever. One hand behind my head, knees up, still tabletop. One arm, one leg, diagonal. I sit up to look at it, and my core helps me on the way down. Good, so just feel that you're going diagonal with that leg. Little sit up, shoulder comes off the floor. My right oblique helping me get my left arm up and over there. Pec squeeze. Core working for me the whole time. On that way down especially, keeping everything even. Remember which side you did. We're doing the other side the next time through. Keep that diagonal as much as you can. Good, lovely. Keep it nice and wide. 3, 2, 1. Well done. I'm back to my triceps. So again, if you want to just practice the triceps first, shoulders on the floor, elbows fairly together, and then get me that lift without taking your shoulder blades off the floor. Once you've got that going on, you can add a leg to it. Lovely, good. How are we doing? Up and squeeze. Elbows fairly close together, shoulder blades on the floor. Lovely, good. And elbow going straight each time, remember. Straight. Nice hip and hollow on. Get me that lift. Lovely, good. Working through that whole minute of work. Straight elbows, don't let them go just barely straight. Really get them straight. Good work, well done. Lighter weight, hand behind my head, tabletop, out, come up and squeeze. Good, so it's working for me on the way up and on the way out. I'm going diagonal. Lovely, good. Behind your head, feel that your head's off the floor the whole time. Don't let your head go to the floor. Keep that hip and hollow on. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Coming up and over. My core is going to still help me on my next one. It's going to be a side bridge. So a side bridge. So remember on your side bridge, you're nice and straight. You haven't hammocked here. It's up and out, nice and strong. I'm going to get a lift up with that weight, down with that weight, down with my hip onto that floor, but I'm keeping straight the whole time through, so that underwork has to really work for me to get me up each time, then my arm to get that weight done. Lovely, good. Okay, are we ready to go? 3, 2, 1. I lift, down and down, up and up. Lovely, good. Lift. I don't have to extend my hips up, and each time I lift my hips, I have to really check that my shoulder is staying nice and steady. Underneath the shoulder, good. Don't try and lift your hips up so high that you move your shoulder away from your elbow. Shoulder and your elbow should be stacked all the time. Lovely, good. So that work is really building up for me here. Lovely, good. I'm going to stay on this side for the second one. So that work really builds up on that underneath, on that obliques, that core work, belly button pulled in. 3, 2, 1. I change it. This time it's long, I stay up here, and then I get the squeeze to come down. Lat pull down, and then push back up again. Lovely, good. Squeeze, and up and hold. Lovely. So as my arm goes over my head, my rib cage doesn't come up with it. And push up. And up. Lovely, good. Really feel you get that lat squeeze. Your core's keeping you nice and straight. Up. Lovely, good. Coming down to single figures. I know that work is building up underneath. I can feel it too. Outside of that leg. That glute on the underneath. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. I'm just swapping out straight over to the other side. So remember my first one, a bridge. And get me that lift. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Give me the lift. Give me the lift. Down and down. Up. Squeeze. Lovely, good. Do check that your elbow and your shoulder are in line. As you push off the floor, get me that lift. Good work. Lift it up. Keeping it strong each time. Last few seconds now into single figures. Three, two, one. Lovely. I changed that for the lighter weight. I start off long and high, and I come down, drop my hip. I don't have to look at that hip. I know where that hip is, and I get the lat squeeze to come down. That's it, good, lovely. Now stay straight the whole time. Don't be tempted to stick your bottom out on this one. And up and out. Keeping it strong. We have got 20 seconds to go now. I know you're feeling up that under half. Me too. Keep it strong. Push it up. Push it out with that leg. Lovely, good. Squeeze on that glute, that under glute. Rib cage down and in. Belly button pulled in. Lovely, good. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. We're coming back to standing up. I'm going to bring that 5 weight with me. It's going to be the wood chop. And then the lunge. We know where we're going with the second set. Okay, so up off the floor, strong, end to end, turn, tricep. Lovely, good. So my rib cage stays down and in, my core stays pulled in, my glute squeezes to get me up and across. Good. I'm starting off with that heavy weight, but between 2 hands before I travel with that 1 weight, 1 arm. Remember to come down into your squat. It's an even squat. Then come up. Drop it over your head. Three, 2, 1. Good work. Onto your shoulder. I come forward into a low, almost like a squash lunge. Don't let your bottom stick out. And then I get the arm lift. In, out. Feel that work on the front leg. Feel the work on the back leg. Lovely, good. My core working for me all the time. Rib cage down and in. Letting those arms do what they're meant to be doing. Lovely, good. Backwards, forwards, and up. Three, 2, 1. Lovely, good. I'll wood chop on the other side. Nice and strong, feet parallel to each other, then up and turn tricep. Good, get me that turn. Feel that your core is pulled in, you can turn that hip. Lovely, good. Turn, drop. Up and turn. Good work, well done. On my lunge, onto one hand, Stepping back. So come in as that little squash lunge. Come back down. Then get me the lift. Good, work it in. All your weight over your front leg and then back. Wait till you're happy in that lunge. Dropping down. Then get me the lift. Up. Good. And get me that lift. Feel confidence in that backward lunge. You've got 15 seconds left. Lovely, good. How are we doing? You're working really well. Good. Up. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. We're onto the floor. I'm going to take that heavy weight with me. And we have got it either over your head or on your chest. So I'm giving you the option with that heavy weight. You can keep it over your head, bring it down, and then put it back over your head again. Keep it on your chest, goes long, and then pull down. Okay, we're ready for this. We're doing good. Okay, knees are out, bottom's tucked in. So again, I can go long, pull it out, and then put it straight back up again. Or I can work it on my chest, where I go down, scoot it over my head, and then back down and in. They're lovely, long. Get it up, bring it down, and put it straight back up again. So again, especially if you've got that straight arm drop through the legs, you've got the straight arms, you're going to really feel it on your upper back as well. But even on your chest here, if you do the chest one, you're going to feel it as you scoop it over your head. Lovely, good, that long, and drop down, up. Lovely, good. This is where it goes behind one leg. I catch that 2.5, or half of that weight that's behind the leg. I stay in my box, and I get that lift. So here we go, up. We're already on, that's it, good. So keep your hips square to the floor, with your zip and hollow on the whole time. Good, get me that lift. Squeeze the glute, remember, glute and hamstring. Keep that weight behind your knee. And up. Last few seconds, and all I'm doing now is changing the weight over. Goes underneath the other knee, opposite arm is doing the lift, and we are straight on. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. And get me that lift. Back of shoulder, hip bones facing towards the floor. Now I'm trying to get that knee up as far as I can go without dropping my lower back. So remember, don't use the rest of the body, don't use momentum. Core pulled in, then you really have to use that hamstring and that glute to get that leg up there. Again, I can feel that work building up, especially on the arm, where I've still got that arm on the floor. That's what's keeping me nice and steady. Down that side. Then again, I have to get that lift. Lovely, good. We're coming into single figures. Then we get that double lift with that one weight. Working that upper half, that lower half with my core pulled in. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. I'm keeping on to that 5 weight. Knees wider than my hips. Again, front to that extra challenge. Long arms. Then get me the lift. So long arm drop. Lovely, good. Again, those arms are over your head. They are long, but your shoulder blades pull down and in. Your rib cage down and in. Lovely, good. If you want to do it over your chest, it's here. On the way up, scoot it over your back of your head. If you want to do that short arm one. Otherwise we're on that long lever. Down, up. Get me that drop. Lovely, good. So really work through those glutes as well. That zip and hollow on, hip to hip. I'm not leaning back, I'm getting that strong lift. Up. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. That pair of fives to do the triceps, or your heavy one to do the triceps. Then the lighter one to do the diagonals. Okay, we're on our backs. Tabletop up. And I suggest that you just keep the tabletop for the first few, just so you know you've got the arms perfect. The core is pulled in anyway. And then if you want to add a leg, as you drop that weight down, you can add a leg in here. That's it, good. Shoulder blades down and in. Core pulled in. My spine does not change, no matter what those arms or that leg is doing. Of course, you can have them parked here. You don't have to put a leg out. It's just that leg gives you the extra challenge each time. Lovely, good. Three, 2, 1. I'll change it for that lighter weight, but longer lever. Okay, up, elbow hand is behind my head, out on the diagonal, up and lift. Out on that diagonal. Let that arm and that leg really go straight and out to get the most out of that core work here. Then I come up, I do a little sit up. My shoulder comes away from the floor. My head is always off the floor on this one. That's it, good. So it's like a normal sit up, but I've got that diagonal, I've got that weight going on. Lovely, good. So that core really has to work for me. Squeezing on the way up, stabilisation on the way down. Good work, well done. Up. Only 1.5 circuits left after this. Going wide and done that diagonal. Arm out, leg out. Core working across the body. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. I'm back to those heavier weights. And again, work my tricep first. So again, get that drop and that lift. Push those weights together. Let them work as a pair. Lovely, good. Then if you want to drop the weight, you can put one leg out, then the other. Lovely, good. Don't forget about the shoulder blades being on the floor, and about the elbows going really straight for me. Good. Really get them blocked up at the top. That's where the work is. Lovely, good. Out and up. Feel all my abs working for me. Three, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Onto those lighter weights. Hand behind my head, I've gone on the other side. Oops, other side, that's it. And sitting up and out and across. That longer lever but with a lighter weight. But then I've got that length. Again, that I have to keep under control. Keep that wide diagonal. Giving it out diagonal. Lovely, good. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Are we ready for our last circuit? Good work. I'm working with that 5 again and the 2.5, depending whether it's closer or further away from me. It's a side bridge. 2 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other. So remember, shoulder and elbow in line. We're going to do that lift up through, nice and straight through, got that weight in my hand, up, squeeze it, down and down, up. Good, so the first few feels quite good, and then that work starts to build up on the other side. It's that push up underneath and the stabilisation that's really going to work those obliques for me. Good, keeping my spine nice and straight, my bottom's not tucked out, it's in line with my shoulders, lovely, good, and then in line with my leg. Up, up. Good work, well done. Straight into my next one. Long lever and squeeze it down. My hip drops and then comes back up again. Good, now as this shoulder and this arm gets tired, do not be tempted to hang off that shoulder. Keep your shoulder blades down, keep your neck nice and long. Don't let it sink into that shoulder. Lovely, good, you're doing great. That's it, good, well done. Work it, each one, making it a good one. Less than 30 seconds now. Now less than 25. Last time on this side in this session. Lovely, good, and up and out. Last 10 seconds now. Yep, I can feel it on that underarm. Might feel a little bit wobbly. Keep as strong as you can. Keep that zip and hollow on. It will help you to get that good form. Good work, well done. We're right onto the other side straight away. So, bring yourself over. Are we ready to go? Just check your position, nice and long and straight. And here we go. Our last 2 minutes of work. Get me that lift. Nice and strong on that upper half. Squeeze. Up, lift. Good, we have got 20 seconds left. Make it strong, try and keep with that heavy weight if you can. Feel that core really helping you to get up and stay up. And then get that squeeze to the back. Last few seconds now. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, are we ready for our last exercise? Here we go. Long, I drop down, and then I come out. Good, so again, check. Knees are in line. Hip is in line. My bottom's not gone back. I get that kick out. Lovely, good. That work builds up on that under glute, on that underside. That's it, lovely, good. Long lean muscles there. That's it, good. Less than 20 seconds now. Ten seconds. We are in single figures. You are doing great. Lovely. Let's do those last few. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And well done. Good work. You're coming off that timer. I'm coming round onto my front. I'm getting a little sit back and really feel that those arms. Head is rested on the floor if you can. And walk it forward. If you feel that you don't want to lean back and open out those knees, you can do it here with your bottom off of those back legs. But if you have there, if you can get down there and you feel comfortable with those knees being open, then just really get me that stretch through. Work that upper half. Lovely, good. As I come up, I'm on all fours, but I'm going to stretch out and down and through. And really feel that you can drop your weight down so your shoulder is near the floor. You've got that little twist going on, and I've got that stretch coming out over the back of my shoulder into my spine. Lovely, good. I'm coming up, I'm doing the other side, reaching it out and down, slightly across as well. So you've really got that shoulder getting a stretch out. Lovely, good. So I'm going to come up on that one. I'm then going to take a hurdle stretch forward because my legs did work for me here. Dropping down. Then I'm going to come back and do a hamstring stretch. So again, you don't have to drop back all the way if you don't want to. You can stay here if you don't want to open up through that knee. But really push your hips back before you start getting your chest down. Remember, it's not the head. Okay, lovely, good. That leg's going to come underneath me. If you don't want to do it this way, you can do it lying on the floor, but we need that crossed over leg near my chest there. Now if you're on the floor and you're quite happy, to drop your hip down. So I'm bringing that hip down nearer to the floor. That hip has to stretch further and further, and therefore the muscle does as well. Lovely, good. I'm coming up. I'm going to do the hurdle stretch on the other side. So just hurdle stretch it forward, drop it down. Lovely, then it comes back, hamstring, then underneath me, elbows on the floor, drop it out to the side, lovely, back into the centre. I'm just going to put my hands around my back there, so I'm just going to drop my shoulders back down and in, knees slightly forward, again either open knees or just up on your knees, and then give me that chest stretch. Feel that your arms are coming up. You can tip it forward if you want to a little bit more. Really feel that chest stretch out. Lovely, good. And as I'm going to come up, I'm just going to finish off the way that I started. It's just that little roll round. And then the other side. Feel those hip flexors get a little stretch out as well. Lovely, good. Then up and over. And again, I'm just straightening that hand off, pushing my palm up and away from me. Dropping it down, over the other side, push, push, with that straight hand the whole time. Lovely, good, coming up and down. Okay, because they will swoosh through, so just watch out behind you, nice and loose, and come up. Then again, down, and come up, and I'm going to do one more like this, down, and come up. Reach up, feel like you're long in the spine at this point, really long in the spine, you've got your abs still pulled in. Okay, then bring it down into the front. Again, take another deep breath in without your shoulders coming up. Rib cage really comes out, and then squeeze and come down. Give a little shake through, and very, very well done there. Good, my core helping me use my arms and my legs correctly, and that's what it's all about. And when I mean the core, I just mean that whole cylindrical, top and lower half, helping me do those exercises. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed teaching to you, and I'll see you again next time. Okay, bye-bye for now.